Hi folks, 21st Century Caveman here. Hope everybody's safe, hope everybody's well, and welcome to another video. So today we have another TEMU haul which I'd like to share with you. I'll just turn the camera around. Now it's going to be a little bit more tricky today because I've buggered up my thumb. I need a little operation just to repair a tendon, but anyway, so I'll do the best I can. And hopefully I won't injure myself again. So as I say, this is another haul from TEMU. Quite a quick delivery actually, and he ordered this stuff about 5 days ago. So that's pretty nifty. And if any of this stuff is any good, we should have a bargain on our hands here. So what have we got? Now I've got about 11 rolls of double-sided tape here. Now these rolls will be used in the camper van. I think there's 11 altogether. I wanted these to help stick certain things in place, which you'll probably anticipate, wouldn't you, given the fact that it's double-sided tape. Anything for anything. I think that's all of the tape. So let's just take a closer look at this then. So each roll then is 3 meters long, 20 millimeters wide, and this stuff is quite thick. And as you can see, it's also clear. So that's nice and sticky. And I wanted this to because I've got a number of privacy blinds in the van, and sometimes they tend not to stick particularly well. So it's a case of either using some double-sided Velcro, or some sticky Velcro, sorry, or some double-sided tape. But anyway, I still need some of this tape, and we'll see how we go with that. And obviously I'll let you know whether or not the stuff's any good. As we can see, look, it is really thick. So all the reviews actually are very good, assumed of course are genuine, so I think we're going to be okay with this, you know. And that stuff is nearly 1 millimeter thick. So anyway, we'll see how we go with that. Right, so got a little tiny package. Do you know what, it's not until you lose the use of your thumb that you realise how useful it can be. So what we've got here then? Oh yes. Now these were on sale, as everything is on TEMU, and this is a little survival kit. I mean, look, it's bound to be gimmicky, isn't it? But I'm just going to get it out of this wrapping look and we can take a closer look. So if you're worried about the apocalypse, if you're worried about impending Armageddon, then perhaps you ought to get something like this to stick in your wallet. So as we can see then, this is just a little bit bigger than a credit card. It's made of stainless steel, and if you pull out these cutouts, then it gives you certain tools, and it's supposed to be a survival fishing kit. Okay, so we can see that we have a knife, we can see that we have an arrowhead, so obviously you can use that to defend yourself against zombies. If you want to try and spear yourself, a monkey or something, you can use that. You just got to tether it to a stick. In fact, actually you can make an arrow out of that, couldn't you? You could use the saw to cut down a branch. We've got some fishing hooks here, look, some different sorts. Now these, I've no idea what they are, unless they're don't know, what could you possibly use those for? I suppose you could use I suppose you could use them as a toothpick or something like that. Now we've got these here, look, which are clearly, well, they look like needles, don't they? You've got that little section there, look, which, I suppose you could put some thread through, couldn't you? Now you've got this circular thing with the holes in. Now I'm wondering whether you could use these to make a little gig or something like that. So what you do, you get a stick and you would get some sharp points, feed them through these holes here, secure them, and just basically use it like a three-pronged spear, a small one, and try and get yourself a frog or something like that. Perhaps you could use these items here, look, to make your gig. So yeah, you never know, do you? Might be worth having a play with those. That should be quite good fun, actually. And you've got some more needle type stuff up here, look, some more hooks. You've got a slightly bigger hook up there. So the saw, then, you can see that this is quite aggressive, this side here, so that really is going to be for timber, isn't it? And this side here, look, which is these ridges are a lot smaller, that's something you typically find on a hacksaw to cut metal, isn't it? So yeah, I think that's where we're going with this. Let's turn this round, see if there's any edges on these things. So it looks as if you might need to use a very smooth stone or rock to get yourself a proper edge on there, but you could certainly spear something with it, couldn't you, with that edge there? Actually could, that one there. So anyway, that's the credit card size survival fishing kit. Okay. Oh yeah. Now we've got 3 of these. Now, so these then, again, they're described as being sort of multi-tools. I'm going to have to chop my bloody fingers off here, aren't I? And these look quite interesting. You can obviously put them on a keychain. So what can you do then with these multi-tools? So you have a cap lifter, just there, look. So what you would do, if that was the cap of your beer or your Coke or whatever, then you would just lift it up like that. That is a flathead screwdriver, large. So I suppose what you'd do, you'd just get it in, I don't know, between your fingers like that, and just, you know, undo or tighten whatever it is that you're messing around with. And these here, these cutouts, they're for tightening or releasing bolt heads. Okay, so each one of these corresponds to a particular size. Now I've seen loads of things like this. Now how effective they are, I don't know, but you know, the concept is quite interesting. So yeah, I thought that might be an interesting little key ring, just to sort of have, you know, put your keys and stuff on there, and also to have a useful little tool which you know, you could use on those odd occasions where you might need something like this. So bottle cap opener, and basically that's just a series of spanners, aren't they? You know, yeah, so they're just 2 double up as spanners, and you've got a large flathead screwdriver there. So as I say, we have 3 of those. Let's put those to one side. Got a nice little few things here, haven't we? So let's just put that up here, look. Presentation is everything. Now what else have we got? Oh yeah, so this is an interesting one. So this is a stainless steel container. It looks like a whistle, doesn't it? But it isn't. But it's what's in here that's important. So let's get a shot of that. So before we go any further, what do you reckon then, peeps? What's in there? Put that to one side. So, da 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 da. Playing suspenseful music. Okay. Now this is, as you can see, we've got lots of little tools in there, look. And this is what was described as being an ear picking kit. You can imagine such a thing. So this is basically for cleaning your ears out. So this then is an alternative to a cotton bud. Well, I suppose they all are really, aren't they? As you can see, look, it's got a little spring, so presumably you stick that in your tab and then spin it round and it catches the wax, rather than simply like with a wash and with a an earbud, it would just push it back into the canal, into the ear canal. So I can understand the principle of that, and do you know what, it might work. You know, I'll have a poke around a bit later on, so we can excavate. So that seemed like a pretty good idea. And we've also got a the principle's similar. You've got these little ridges here, look. So once again, you know, you bang that in your tab and then you spin it around and then pull it out, see whether or not you can get rid of any blockages. I mean, look, you know, these are gimmicky, aren't they? But they just appeal to me, and I thought, yeah, why not? Now these, they're like little tiny measuring spoons, aren't they? Again, these are for excavating wax or flies or whatever the hell it is that gets in your ear. Just pulling those out. Now they are a little bit sharp on the edges there, especially on the reverse side. So I think you just need to exercise a bit of caution, assuming of course you're brave enough to start poking these things in your ears anyway. That's got a different shape on the end, so this is like a little spoon, look, if you can see it. It's like a little spoon, whereas this, it's like a little scoop. I don't know whether you can see any better if I do that, possibly not, but anyway, that looks quite interesting. We've got some more here. Now once again, that's a scoop, but it's a little bit narrower. Another scoop, the shape is slightly different, so it's obviously some sort of scoop, but the sides come up on this as well. It's like a little dugout canoe, so they're quite interesting, aren't they? And then we just have a couple more there, look, and they obviously all come in this nice little stainless steel container. So yeah, you know, possibly a little bit gimmicky. I mean, look, you know, they might work, I don't know, but it's whether or not you really feel brave enough to stick things like this in your ear, and whether or not, you know, it'd be any more dangerous to do it than say just using an earbud. So don't seem to be going in. I do like the idea of this, I think it's a pretty good idea. The other thing, it hasn't got any points on the end, has it? So that seems pretty good. Yeah, seems pretty good actually. So I'll turn the camera around then, see if we can get a slightly better shot of these. I'm just going to rearrange them, bear with me. So, what's this puppy here then? Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, is a very good question. So this then is a little leatherette holder. Let's open it up, and lo and behold, we have another ear picking set. You're probably thinking, well, you know, there must be something serious up with this guy. What's he buying all this crap for? And you might be right. So we've just got one remaining item then. So what's that? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is something which I could have done with the other day when I sliced my thumb open. So this then is something which you, when you're cutting vegetables, you put it like that. I'm not quite sure how it would work, but you put it over the veg and then you sort of cut it like that. It just stops you cutting your fingers. Stops you ending up one of those bloody things on you. So let's have a look. So yeah, you put your, I don't know, see, it's got that that little curve on there, look. So you put your carrots or horseradish or whatever the hell it is you cut up. Tina's doing a professional cookery course, so she's always worried about mucking up her fingers or cutting them, so that's what you do. You go like that. So it just means you can get a really fine cut without lopping your bloody fingers off. Now the quality of this looks not very good, but look, you know, if it has a clean, yeah, it might be alright, something like that, who knows. But anyway, I'll let her decide. So stick your finger in there, look, boom, you're sorted. Yeah. So yeah, it's a little guard, isn't it? It's a little finger guard. Friggin' hell's that. So anyway, there we go. There's my haul.